Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Real Deal Talk, epic fighting, epic 63 fighter interviews, round one. In the house today, we have Chris Widlowski, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him. He's fired up. This is one of the most chill guys I've ever interviewed in my life. Just so chill. So you're actually not on the 63 card. You're on 64 card.
Yes.
So today you're more here to talk about your app, which is called Bout Scout.
Yes.
I remember we talked. Bring the mic towards you. Yeah, pull it towards you. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Better.
So I remember we talked about it last time. So let's get a refresher here. It's called Bout Scout. This is an app that helps fighters not only get fights, but also fight organizations, right, to get to match their fights.
Exactly.
So, but I'll let you take it from there. I don't want to say any more about that.
Yeah, that was a good intro.
Okay.
I like to think of Bout Scout of like the LinkedIn for combat sports.
Okay.
Slash with like Glassdoor reviews type of thing. So, but initially, yeah, right now what we have launched is where matchmakers or promoters can go on there and create their fights, and then fighters can apply for the fights. And then from there, then the matchmakers can see the pool of fighters that are interested in their fights and then match make and also like message each other and preview fighter profiles on there. So that way you don't really have to rely on pretty much on your network anymore.
Yeah. Which is great, dude. This is like so is there other stuff being used like this? There has to be, right? Similar?
There is one in Thailand that I just met with them maybe like a few weeks ago. They're called Fight Link.
Yeah.
Really nice people. And they're really focused on Muay Thai out in Thailand at the moment. But shout out to Fight Link. I think they're also trying to do like really good things with what they're doing as well.
So in the States, this is the only one
that I'm aware of at the moment.
At the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is great, bro. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I really do. It makes sense because I know that my involvement in the fight game has just been interviews. Been interviews for the past, I think we're at what? I don't even know how many interviews. It's over 200.
Oh, wow.
But I'm learning that a lot of fights, I'm learning how difficult it is to get a fight and for the fighters to make the fight.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know it was such a thing. I thought, okay, cool, you get a fight, you're good to go. But then you got to think about it. There's so many variables, injuries happen, whatever. Getting their medical card happens. Like, there's so many variables that go into this.
Yeah, and making sure you don't get injured.
Yeah.
It's like you have to be strategic about it. Like when I was younger and fighting, like you don't really train smart, especially back when I started. You kind of just go hard and you didn't know what a rest day was. There's like no recovery really.
Right.
And also nutrition wasn't that huge either back when I was doing it. Like weight cuts, I just figured out what water loading was like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
I've been in this sport since 2009 really. And it's come a long way since then, but
right.
To strategically get into a fight, not injured and healthy, it's a science to it. And, you have to like understand like where you're going to peak right before you get there. Cause you don't want to peak like too early either.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
which is similar to like bodybuilding, powerlifting,
right.
Like powerlifters, the last week prior to the meet, they have a deload week where they pare it down a lot. So it's fascinating. Bodybuilding, it's all about peaking at the right exact moment.
Yeah.
So and I never really thought about it that way. But now that I've been a part of this organization for the last couple, I think almost 2 years now, I'm learning on how it's not just, you don't just hop in a ring and fight. Like there's so much involved ahead of time.
Yeah.
Just to get to the fight. Like it's incredible, really.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's go further with this. So let's talk about fighters that are watching right now, listening. What do the app is it operational right now? Can they go on and put their profile there? So give me, walk it from A to Z. What do they do? What does the fighter do? Let's talk about the fighter experience here. Where do they go? What do they do? What would you advise them to do if they want to fight? Like if they want to get enough, because a lot of guys want to fight, they don't know where to go, they don't know where to start. Where do they start?
boutscout.com.
Boutscout, okay.
That's where they should go.
Yep.
And we don't have a mobile app. So you go to boutscout.com.
Okay, the website.
Yes.
Okay.
And honestly, don't, as a fighter trying to find fights, and been doing this for this long and like knowing a lot of fighters, you know, all the way to the UFC level, being like real close to some guys up there, is don't just rely on your coaches to find you fights.
Okay.
And like you have to go out there, and it's a business. You also have to sell yourself, as long as your coach is okay with that. And like a way that your coach will be okay with that is by building trust with them, and not just like being an idiot out there like trying to network, and then also not being a reliable source. If you're going to do that, like be professional.
Yeah.
Right. Because also these matchmakers, they're looking for people who are professional, because
Yep.
if you aren't, they probably won't book you for their next show.
Yep.
You know, like why are they going to want to work with you if you don't show up for the fight? If you give like a lousy excuse, or you're not reliable, or you don't have your medicals already on point, or your licenses already cleared and signed and documented, and then they have to keep chasing you. They don't want to deal with that stress. There's so many other fighters out there that will do the work and be professional about it, and the matchmaker would rather deal with that person.
Yeah.
You know,
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like in the business world, the same thing.
exactly.
Those who are reliable, accountable, they communicate, they show up, they answer, they reply, right? Very simple.
Yes.
And then, because the last thing you want to do as a fighter is get a reputation as to one that gives, like you said, a lousy excuse. You don't show up.
Yeah.
They can't find you for weeks.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. It's terrible.
And so let me ask you, the app itself, will the app basically weed out the guys that are like that?
Eventually, like that's why I included the Glassdoor. I don't know if you've ever visited the website Glassdoor.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so you leave reviews on things, and you can see like the rankings of a business, for example.
Right.
So like you as a fighter can rank a business or the promotion, for example. You, the matchmaker or promoter, can also rank the fighters, because then this way you're not dealing with all this BS that's already out there today, and like you need transparency. And then this way, like, you know, if you are that type of person, then stay in low level shows.
Yeah.
But if you're actually trying to grow and like make it to the UFC or
Or at least
into a
pro.
top organization, yes, you know, you have to behave like a professional, and like having good reviews, having a good reputation. It's really all you really have in this game right now.
Right.
You know, so you need to hold on to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so walk through a fighter. They go to the website. What do they do? Does it say set up a profile? Like, what do they
Right.
first do? Walk it through the steps of a fighter.
So the first step would be, you know, going to the website again, boutscout.com, and then going to click on the top where it says sign up. And then you'll sign up either there or on the hero page before the fold of the screen. And then from there, you just select that you're a fighter. And then if you have a Tapology profile, after you select fighter, you go grab your Tapology link as an MMA fighter. If you're a Muay Thai fighter or a boxer, we don't have anything for that yet. I mean, later we will include a BoxRec link, but right now it's just Tapology. So you go get that, you insert the link, and then you just say import profile. And then when it imports, then all your information gets in, and then you just have to select a few things like what's your gender, you know, like when are you available to fight, like how soon, and like your birthday, and like small information here and there that we don't get from Tapology. And then it brings in all of your fight history if you have any fight history, or if it's your first fight, you won't have any. And then you just go into making sure that everything's in there. And then if you have your medicals cleared, you go in there and just check the box and insert the date on when your medicals were cleared. And then create your the final step would be creating your Bout Scout profile, which is just adding an image, which gyms you're affiliated with, and a bio and your social media handles if you want to include those. And then you just click complete profile. So it's like 3 steps to onboard.
Yeah.
And then when you complete profile, then that is when you will be able to see on the homepage of all the lists of fights that are on there. And right now we have over 20 epic fights on the page. Yes. That are, you know, Harvey's trying to match these fights.
Yeah.
So fighters get on there if you're trying to get on their next show. And then soon for January, we're going to have WCK Muay Thai fights on there. And then February, again, epic fights on there.
Nice.
So they're continuously like using the platform. Just we need to get the word out there.
Right.
More that you know, like instead of waiting for Harvey to contact you, you contact Harvey.
Yeah.
You know?
It's great.
Yeah.
I love it. So then who else is this for? Fighter promoters, matchmakers? Who else is this website for?
Matchmakers, and then we're working on coaches right now. So then coaches can come on there and then create a roster of their fighters and then also apply for fights for their fighters.
That's great.
Yes. Yeah.
I love that.
And then we're slowly trying to get in with commissions. You know, I have a guy we're working on some final things here on like his like onboarding role for Bout Scout, but if he onboards, it's a huge name in the entire industry, and that can like change a lot for Bout Scout too on like what we're going to be able to do and with who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it, man. And so how long is this, how long has it been active?
We launched it June 29th. So,
June 29th.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Okay.
Honestly.
And do you have, has it been used for Epic 63?
Is Epic 63
Correct. The next one in November.
Yeah, I mean Harvey's currently using it.
He's currently using it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I'm helping him with it too because Harvey's busy. So
yeah.
I have some extra time where I'll help him matchmake or help him like find people for the Epic card.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can also reach out to me. You know, you can go to my social media just on Instagram, Chris Widlowski, or Bout Scout app on Instagram and just message me. And then we can also try and get you on the next or the current Epic show. That's November 21st.
So you can, if you want to get on that, you can actually get on there right now.
Yes.
Like meaning there's still openings.
Yes. Yeah.
Still fights available.
Yeah. There's about half the cards still open. Almost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, dude.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And the thing with Harvey is he's already had fights drop out, and it's about a month out. So
Yeah,
I understand injuries happen. That,
Yeah, of
that
course.
makes sense. But, you know, make sure it's a serious injury.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want the reputation
Yeah.
that you're just backing out for some weak
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah. Like
Right.
a doctor knows to be great, you know, like some requirements. But that needs to come from the promoter. Like I can't force anyone to do that. But like I think it'd be good, you know, like for someone that like Epic, that is the best MMA show, like best amateur MMA show in Southern California, I believe. To have some like rules
Yeah.
upon that, you know, like fighters who don't make like one of the Epic fights that I was supposed to fight in like a while ago. I remember I went to the weigh-in and then the fighter never showed up. There needs to be consequences for
Yeah.
things like that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. There should be.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, dude, I love this, man. Anything else before we wrap up that you want to promote on the app? Like anything else that you want to shout out? People need to know.
I mean, we're launching notifications next week for fighters and matchmakers, and then search functionality. So this way, you know, matchmakers don't have to only just rely on fighter submissions, but they can also look regionally or throughout the entire platform on who's on there, so they can scout for talent. And again, I mentioned coaches, and then later we're going to do automation on there. So like when a matchmaker is creating fights, that the talent pool in Bout Scout, whenever they make a certain fight, that we get that talent of people on like directed to them for that fight.
Yeah.
So they don't have to go looking anymore either.
Oh, that's great.
So they can do just like a quick scan and then just quickly contact everybody that they need to, and then kind of create like different matches on there, like just in case there's extra dropouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is this only for amateurs?
No, professionals as well.
Pros as well?
Yeah, I'm working like the Muay Thai show. They're a pro and amateur show.
Nice.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Yeah, dude, I this makes a lot of sense to me. I can't believe there hasn't been something like this before.
I think there's been one out there that's tried, but it's really like your connections, really,
Yeah.
in this game.
That
Like
makes-
if you have a decent network, like again, like I'm still new, like we just launched in June, but I've been making good connections.
Yeah.
And like I said, like if this person that comes on board, you know, if we finalize some details next week, then that'll also open up a lot of doors
Oh,
for
yeah.
us.
That'll blow up, huh?
Hopefully, in
Yeah.
time, like
In time.
strategically.
Strategic. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, my man. And then we'll see you on Epic 64.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Widlowski, Epic 64 is going to be on the card, but go to Bout Scout if you're a fighter, if you're a promoter, if you're a matchmaker, if you're a coach.
Yes.
Contact my guy. Get your fighter on there. If you want fights, This is where to go. Boutscout.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Real Deal Talk, Epic 63, coming up on Friday, November 21st. Get your tickets. Real Deal Talk. That's a wrap.